And hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler along with Dan Fouts, and welcome to the House of Pain here in Houston. A good old-fashioned Texas shootout, Dan. A couple of gunslingers named Moon and Aikman in this one today.
Well, and one of those gunslingers, Warren Moon, he's got the flu, so we got to check that out today. But he also has 4 outstanding wide receivers led by Haywood Jeffries. The other thing that's bothering Moon today is the health of his offensive line. Munchak is banged up a little bit. Doug Dawson will take the place of John Flannery.
The run and shoot, of course, one of the best offenses in the business, but it's not like Dallas is void of offensive weapons.
No, we got a lot of offense today. We got 4 guys on the Cowboys that have a legitimate shot at the Pro Bowl on offense. Aikman at quarterback, Emmitt Smith at running back, Novacek at tight end, and Irvin at wide receivers. There may not be enough footballs to go around today.
It's not the first time these teams have seen each other. They work out together in the summer. They have scrimmages, and then they have, of course, a preseason battle every year. But this one means so much more. The Oilers are unbeaten at home. They'll try to go to 5-0 here today, and of course they're coming off a disappointing overtime setback last week against the Washington Redskins, but they're trying to stay in that hunt for home field advantage in the AFC playoffs, while the Cowboys are in second place in the NFC East, and they're chasing that unbeaten gang from Washington. Back deep, Alexander Wright, Kenneth Gant, as the Cowboys will get the football first, and a brand new kicker, Al Del Greco, in for Houston.
Yeah, and last week the Cowboys fooled the kickoff team of the Cardinals when they switched Gant and Wright at the very last minute. Wright got the ball and went 71 yards to set up the Cowboy offense, now down by the 20.
The Oilers and the Cowboys, and we're underway at the Astrodome. Alexander Wright from the 2 with tremendous speed, and he flies out across the 25, and the Dallas offense will go to work behind the leadership of the young quarterback Troy Aikman, who just keeps getting better every week. Offensively, in front of Aikman, 2-A, Gogan, Stepnoski, Giesick, Nate Newton, Jay Novacek leading all the tight ends in the NFL in receptions. There's the backfield. Johnston, Emmitt Smith, Harper, and Irvin, the wide receivers.
And the Cowboys will start with 2 tight ends, though. Alfredo Roberts is in as the second tight end to join Novacek.
And Dallas will work just inside its own 30. Johnston in motion from the Dallas backfield, and Emmitt Smith. Not much. Just crossed the 30 before Ray Childress let him have it. Everyone talks about the Houston offense, but it is an excellent Oiler defense led by this up front 4. Fuller, Childress, Alm is in there in place of Doug Smith and Sean Jones, the other defensive end. A linebacking core that is rangy and has tremendous speed. Al Smith inside with Lamar Lathan and Johnny Meads on the outside. Secondary, Richard Johnson and Chris Dishman on the corners, and Bubba McDowell and Bo Orlando are the safety. Second down and 9, Dallas, as Novacek switches over to the right side. And again, Johnson in motion. Aikman, his first throw of the day, and he got it complete out near the 40. It'll be close to a first down. Michael Irvin made the catch.
Well, Irvin's the only wide receiver in the game, and he's going against the best defensive back of the Oilers in Chris Dishman. Watch this tight coverage by Dishman as he sees the pass, breaks on it extremely fast, but Irvin reaches out in front of him to make that grab, and if he doesn't reach out like that, Dishman would knock that ball down.
Irvin with the first catch and the first down of the day for Dallas. The Cowboys from the 40. Irvin will trot out to the top of your screen with Harper, the rookie, in close on the right side. 1st and 10, Dallas. Aikman out to Smith in the flat. A couple of nice moves, but it got him only about 2 yards. Al Smith and Johnny Meads out there to make the hit.
Well, Aikman has to get rid of this ball because the pressure of the front 4 is getting to him quicker than he wanted to. There's the ball out to Emmitt. Now he'll make one guy miss and then get up the field for a short gain. But this is a real key matchup today. Number 71, Mark Tuanay, against Sean Jones. Tuanay is coming off a strained abductor muscle, and that should give him some problems if Jones continues to rush hard outside like that.
Oilers think about a blitz on 2nd and 7. Aikman the pump fake and going deep for Harper. A little contact at about the 30. as Dishman was out there with him. And Aikman has to scrape himself off the Astrodome turf for the first time. It's 3rd and long.
Well, one thing we're going to see today is both offenses are going to stretch their opponent's defense with long passes, but it's not going to be just flat out streak patterns where they just try to outrun the guy. It's going to be off of a double move type of situation. That time Harper went down, faked the corner route, and then took off deep. Dishman made a nice recovery, but Aikman again threw a long pass too far to the outside and out of bounds.
The Cowboys were 0 for 7 last week to start their game against Phoenix on 3rd down conversions. 3rd and 7 here. Aikman steps in across the middle, in and out of the hands of Novacek. And the Cowboys will have to give it up. Lamar Lathan was covering.
Well, the Oilers defense will play very deep generally, and what they want to do is watch the quarterback, watch how deep these guys get, and then as the pattern comes down and across, these guys will break on it and knock it down. Novacek on the crossing pattern here, but Lathan gets a good look at it, and he drills Novacek right in the back.
And it forces Mike Saxon to punt, and Ernest Givens is back deep for Houston. Givens comes over, and Dallas is going to be able to down this inside the 5. All the way down near the 2-yard line. Great work by the Cowboys special teams. A 55-yard punt by Saxon. 12 minutes and 19 seconds to go. First quarter. It'll be the Oilers on offense when we come back. Score as Houston set to take over offensively for the first time, and Warren Moon, I don't think, expected to start huddling in his own end zone, leading the NFL with over 2,500 yards in the air already on the season. And as Dan mentioned earlier, battling a little bit of a flu bug, brings his offense up as they'll work from their own 2-yard line. That's Pinkett right there as the single Oilers setback. Dan Norton thinks about a blitz for Dallas, and Pinkett got it out to the 4-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 8. Houston offensively. Maggs with a bad elbow. Munchak, Matthews, Dawson in there as a starter today with David Williams. Dawson replacing John Flannery. Pinkett, who just carried. Jeffries, Hill, Givens, and Duncan, the Fab Four. What a group of receivers, huh, Dan?
Yeah, and they're all the toughest thing for Kevin Gilbride, the offensive coordinator, is to keep all 4 of them happy every Sunday.
And he hasn't always been able to do that. Givens is a little upset that he hasn't been more a part of the Oilers offense in recent weeks. Drew Hill in motion. Moon from his own end zone. Got it out to Drew Hill. And it's going to bring up 3rd down at about 4.
Whenever you're dealing with the end zone as a quarterback, what you want to see is a receiver get open early. Here it's just a 5-step drop, and Drew Hill delivers for Moon, catches the ball with his hands right next to the sideline. A very safe pass and a very secure catch.
Drew Hill honored here before the game. Charlie Hennigan, the former Oiler, who honored Drew Hill now as the Oilers' all-time leading receiver. And he just added another one to it, but he didn't get a first down. 3rd down at 4. Warren Moon with time. He has to buy some extra time. And he's going to be short of the first down. Or did he get enough? I don't think so. Tony Casillas ran him down. I think Warren's a foot short or so.
But the key for the Cowboys is the pressure they put on the quarterback. Coming into the game with only 10 sacks, there's only one team in the NFL that has fewer sacks, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see just how close Moon gets to this first down. There's Tolbert with the pressure, but at 34 years old, almost 35, Moon still has enough speed to get real close to that first down.
Boy, is it ever. They'll take a look, and he got enough.
That's a heck of an effort. The guy's playing with the flu, selling out on the 3rd play of the game, giving his body up to get that first down. Not many times will you see a quarterback go head first, and especially so early in the ball game.
Warren would just as soon not have to run with it too much anymore. Talked to him before the game about the fact that he's been congested all week, and maybe that cleared the sinuses a little bit there. He got it out to the 12. Good enough for a first down. Robert Williams in there for Dallas. They had a lot of nickel packages today against the run and shoot of the Oilers, working from their own 12-yard line. Moon to Jeffries. Across the 20. Out to the 21. Haywood Jeffries leading the AFC in receptions. Let's take a look at the Dallas defense. Tolbert, Casillas, Russell Maryland making his first start, and the veteran Jeffcoat up front. Norton, Del Rio, and Robert Williams, who we talked about, actually the nickel back in this package with Holt and Brown on the corners, Horton and Washington the safety.
Well, Williams is taking the place of Dixon Edwards, as he did last week against the Cardinals when the Cardinals went to a 3 wide receiver alignment.
Second and short here for the Oilers. A long yard to go. Drew Hill again in motion. And Alan Pinkett will pick up the first down and then some across the 25 and out near the 28-yard line. And Norton made the tackle.
Well, most of the running plays for the Oilers are draw plays, and on 3rd and short, watch as Moon will come back, give the ball to Pinkett, and he'll hit this hole right here. A little counter type of play with Munchak coming and knocking Tolbert out of the way, and Pinkett makes a big gain for the first down.
Atlanta out early on the unbeaten Redskins, and the 49ers leading. Here, no score with just under 9 minutes to go first quarter. First and 10 for the Oilers. Gibbons in motion. Moon with time. Zips it out again to Jeffries. And Jeffries working out there on Larry Brown, the 12th round draft choice.
Well, Moon and Jeffries have got it going pretty good already today. The key to this play, though, is watch Jeffries adjust his pattern and keep working for the quarterback. On the outside here, he'll come down and then work all the way back to pick up this reception. Loose coverage of 3 deep by the Cowboys, but watch Jeffries just stay alive. And although he doesn't pick up the first down, he sets his team up with the ideal situation for any quarterback, a 2nd and 1.
Second consecutive 2nd and short situation for the Oilers from their own 37-yard line. See, they go back to Pinkett. They're going to throw for it. Pump fake. Moon wants it deep middle. Got it to Jeffries, in and out of his hands. Incomplete at the 40. And boy, did he take a shot from Horton.
Well, that's the no man's land there across the middle, and that ball was zipped by Warren Moon. But you see, he's trying to go deep against the Cowboy defensive backs. The pass protection is good for Warren Moon as he fakes it out to the outside, hoping to fake Ray Horton, but number 20 is right there as the ball gets there, and he jars it loose, and Jeffries can't come up with it. But again, it was 2nd and short. Moon went deep.
The Oilers, an almost unheard of 53% plus on their 3rd down conversions. 3rd down and a yard here. Del Rio up close, thought about a blitz. Warren Moon calls a timeout.
I didn't get it in time, though. The play clock ran down all the way down to 0. Warren looked up too late, and it's going to be 5 yards against the Oilers.
There is no timeout. Repeat 3rd down.
So now it changes the complexion of that play quite a bit. Not 3rd and a yard, but 3rd and 6 coming up for Houston.
Yeah, in this type of situation, a 3rd down conversion situation, the statistics say that there's no way the Oilers won't get it. Coming into the game, the Cowboys were giving up over 40% against 3rd downs, and the Oilers a fantastic 53% mark in this situation.
Oilers would probably almost rather throw for the 3rd down anyway, no matter how long it is. So here they've got their 3rd and 6.
Why not?
From the 32, and it's a draw play to Pinkett, and he won't get it. Tony Tolbert, Tony Casillas and company there to meet him. So that penalty did change things. And it'll force a Houston punt.
It really did. The draw play, it appeared that the Cowboys were ready for it this time, as Casillas and Tolbert on just a 3-man rush, but the key guy there is number 51, Ken Norton. The Cowboys today want to give Moon the look of only 5 guys in the box, but 2 of those 5 guys are going to be linebackers, Norton and Del Rio, and they're excellent open field tacklers.
Cowboys blocked a punt last week. Greg Montgomery set to kick it away to Calvin Martin, back deep for Dallas. And they got that one too, and they might have a touchdown out of it. Williams scores. Robert Williams did it again. Holt, I think, got it, didn't he, Dan?
Yeah, he did, and that's the combination that worked so well for the Cowboys last week when they got Camarillo's punt. A lot of the attention went to Holt last week. That freed up Williams. This time, Williams gets the attention from the right side. Watch as the number 30, Isaac Holt, comes in here and blocks that ball in the air, and what a gift. Falls right in the arms of Williams. Big turnover and a touchdown for Dallas.
Williams just cruised 18 yards. Ike Holt's made a career out of blocking kicks, and he gives Dallas the early lead. Ken Willis will try to make it 7-0 Dallas.
You just don't see teams blocking punts twice in a row, 2 games in a row like this.
Cowboys strike with the special teams. 7 minutes and 6 seconds remaining, first quarter, and Ike Holt and Robert Williams produce a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys leading the Oilers 7-0.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Chrysler Corporation and its divisions, proud sponsors of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Hewlett-Packard LaserJet printers, they'll get you noticed. And by Bud Light, everything else is just a light.
Well, the Cowboys out in front thanks to a block punt. They lead 7-0. And Willis will kick it away. Pat Coleman and Alan Pinkett back deep for the Oilers. And Alan Pinkett comes to the 2-yard line and won't reach the 20. Cowboys special teams all fired up.
Well, let's take a look at the key play here. Although it's Isaac Holt that makes the block, watch this man right here. This is Holt, but next to him, number 51 here is going to be tackled. That's Eric Ferris. Derrick Brownlow will come out and pull him away from Holt. Right there, that frees up Holt. That's a perfect tackle right here. An illegal play that allows Holt to come in and make the block.
And the Oilers now trailing by a touchdown, work offensively from their own 19-yard line. Warren Moon has been sharp early. And he'll put it up on first down. In and out of the hands of Tony Jones. And Robert Williams back there covering again.
The one thing that defensive coordinator Dave Wanstead told us yesterday is that you can't underestimate the Houston Oilers running game, but this man is the guy we got to stop, obviously Warren Moon, and we've got to make him earn it the old-fashioned way. 5-10 yards, don't give up the deep one.
Well, they had only 25 yards rushing last week. That didn't help their cause against the Redskins either. They want to improve on those numbers, but for the most part, you're going to see the football in the air from this offense. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Here comes a blitz. Moon got it out, and Givens got leveled by Holt. He hit Givens almost as hard as he hit that punt a couple of minutes ago. Ernest Givens is still down.
Yeah, but he's happy he caught a pass. Last week he was complaining that he only got 2. This is why you got to keep your head on a swivel out here. Warren Moon kind of sets his receiver up for this big hit because Holt confused Moon that time. He had the outside receiver. He pushed him to the outside, turned back to the inside for this out cut, and he cuts the legs out from underneath Ernest Givens and plants him on his back. Big hit for Isaac Holt.
6:37 to go, first quarter. Dallas by a touchdown. Givens just now making his way to the sideline because of what just happened on the last play. Listen to this collision. Holt delivers the big shot on Givens.
And it was just a bit louder in Givens' helmet.
I think so. Third down and a long 4 for the Oilers. Moon looking across the middle, got it complete in the first down out near the 33-yard line. 45, on the tackle. Pat Coleman with the catch. That's one good thing you can say when a guy gets banged up like Givens, Dan. They have just got a whole bunch of wide receivers to go to at least.
Yeah, they've got 8 on the roster, and it would be real surprising to me if we see Ernest Givens anymore today. They're checking out everything there. That was blindsided shot, except it was right in the face as he turned around.
Warren Moon 5 out of 7 early, and a first down toss there. Houston from its own 33. Moon with a little pressure that time, and again across the middle, Tony Jones, and he's run down by Williams. Boy, it's been the Robert Williams, Isaac Holt show so far for the Dallas defense. Yeah, it has, and you're also seeing the philosophy of the Cowboys. Normally, they like to blitz you a lot more. They try to get pressure on the quarterbacks with their linebackers, but today, and the thing that Houston has seen an awful lot of this year, is a lot of deep drops, letting, or forcing rather, Moon to go to these short receivers over the middle and have them run for the yardage. That time, all the speed in the world that Tony Jones has wasn't enough. You know, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. The Cowboys have only 10 sacks, but does it matter if you're trying to sack the quarterback? Moon gets rid of it so quickly that. And the Oilers don't give up a lot of sacks. Just under 5 minutes to go in the quarter, and Moon zips it out again. And one hopper, Ike Holt covering out there on the corner. Let's check another game. We go to New York and Greg Gumbel. Greg.
All right, Brad, RFK Stadium in Washington. Redskins down 3-0 play action. Mark Rippon finds Terry Orr in the corner of the end zone. 7-3 Redskins. That's a 9-yard TD. Brad?
All right, here it's 7-0 Dallas. Thanks to number 30, Isaac Holt, who blocked a punt earlier in this quarter. Ernest Givens, we just got word, a concussion. And we could have guessed that. The shot he took a few minutes ago. 3rd and long for the Oilers. Moon with plenty of time, going deep. Drew Hill's out there, so's Jeffries, and neither one can get to it. I'm not sure who the intended receiver was, Dan. Well, it appeared both of them were in the clear, running behind the secondary, but they have to run so far to catch up to the deep safeties that your chances of completing that are very hard. There you see it. Moon throws this ball actually between the two guys in blue shirts. He overthrew Hill. Jeffries had a better shot at him from the outside. I wonder what Montgomery's thinking about right now. His last punt didn't get far. And he got another one stuffed. Penalty markers are down. The Cowboys have blocked another punt. Derrick Brownlow, but let's see about the flag. It's against Houston. Wow. So this one will stand too. Brownlow was the guy that got the illegal hold on the first block. This time the Oilers make the adjustment. They cut Brownlow illegal loose formation, and he gets the second block of the game.
On the kicking team, the penalty is declined. First down.
Illegal formation they call on the Oilers.
Yeah, that means they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, but who can blame them? Their first punt was stuffed. Brownlow will come right up the middle, I believe, between 51. There, Eric Fairs turns to the outside, and remember, Fairs is a guy that Brownlow tackled on the first block. Another gift for Dallas. Very special team so far. From the 27, Emmitt Smith down to the 24. Boy, and just what you'd want to do is get a big early lead on Houston, because you know they're going to put points up. And notice how quiet it is here in this Astrodome. There's Joe Avizano, the special teams coach. And he's leading the league right now in blocked punts. 3 in the last 2 games.
He's telling Saxon, don't you do it that way when you have to kick. Troy Aikman brings up the Dallas offense. 2nd and 7 at the 24 of Houston. Cowboys lead by a touchdown. Emmitt Smith outside. Nice pursuit. Al Smith, the middle linebacker, playing like an all-pro this year, ran him down. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, Al Smith is one of the most underrated players in the game, but watch his speed and his desire here as he goes all the way to the outside, and he just stuffs Emmitt Smith. Nobody comes out to block Al Smith, and he gets the other Smith brother.
As we look at Al Smith, and he'll look at the Dallas offense facing 3rd and 4. Novacek in motion. One of Aikman's favorite receivers. Aikman on the run. Got it complete down to the 18-yard line, but I think it's about a yard short of a Dallas 1st down, and it's Johnston, the fullback.
Well, Aikman's gone down 26 times this year, 4 times last week against the Phoenix Cardinals. And the front 4 of the Oilers are outstanding at doing just this. Aikman's first receiver is shut down, but watch again a receiver, number 48 this time. It's Johnston screening off the defensive back and making the catch.
Johnson came back for it, but didn't get quite deep enough. A couple of yards short of the 1st down. So Ken Willis will attempt a 35-yard Dallas field goal. Novacek to hold. Willis kick on the way, and he got it. And with 2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining 1st quarter, thanks to the Cowboys special teams, they lead by 10. The Astrodome in Houston, Texas. Brad Nessler and Dan Fouts with you as the Cowboys lead by 10 with 2:11 to go 1st quarter. And a 5th-round rookie out of Illinois, Derrick Brownlow, has one of the big plays of the day for the Dallas special teams. Willis to kick. Coleman and Pinkett back deep for the Oilers, and it's Alan Pinkett again from the 1-yard line. Pinkett trying to find a seam, and he just can't. Mickey Pruitt made the tackle on the kickoff return.
Well, Greg Montgomery's having a rough afternoon. He's heard the sound that all kickers dread more than anything else, the dreaded double thud. One thud's the foot, the other thud's the hand.
And Brownlow's got the freak working over there on the sideline. I think that's what that dance is.
That's the quad thud. We've had 2 block punts here in the 1st quarter.
5'10", 237. That's Brownlow. He's a package.
And the important thing is that the Cowboys have gotten 10 points and taken this crowd out of the game early.
Have they ever? From the 12, Houston's field position has not been good. They started once at the 2-yard line. From the 12 on 1st down, Warren Moon across the middle, in and out of the hands of Pat Coleman.
Well, and remember, Pat Coleman is replacing Ernest Givens, who's sitting on the sidelines with a king-size headache. But talked to Warren yesterday about his frustrations and what has happened with the Oiler offense this year. They're still way up there in yardage, and Moon is having a heck of a year, but by his standards, and when you compare it to what he did last year, a lot of people are saying it's an off year, but it's really defenses around the league are getting a handle on the run and shoot and making it very difficult to get those big gains.
2nd and 10. Coleman in motion. And it's Pinkett on the ground, and he breaks free across the 20 and out near the 24-yard line. 1st down, Oilers. Pickup of 12, and Manny Hendricks made the tackle.
Well, if you're the Cowboys, you don't mind seeing the ball in number 20's hands, but at some point they're going to have to step up and make a stop. This is a huge gain on 2nd down and 10, and if the Oilers can get some production out of Pinkett today, they could give the Cowboys a real paper shuffling problem, because the Cowboys think they have a good idea on how they want to stop the run and shoot, but remember, the run is the first word in that offense.
Saw the numbers on Pinkett. He had a couple of 100-yard-plus games. has been held in check in recent weeks, but a first down run there, and Moon back to put it up. Warren goes again across the middle, and a flag down as Curtis Duncan got it out for about 9 yards, but penalty markers down.
This will be the second penalty against the Oilers. Remember, the first one took him out of a 3rd and 1 situation, forced him into a 3rd and 6, and they didn't convert. And now on 1st and 10, they get a holding penalty. That'll bring up 1st and 20.
Tony Casillas clapping as though he were the one held.
Holding number 66 on the offense. Repeat, first down.
Doug Dawson, the right guard, in there for John Flannery, the normal starter.
And Dawson, in his defense, he's got a touch of the flu as well.
10-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 14, where it'll be 1st and 20.
Here's Casillas right here. Watch the hold by Dawson. Boy, that's real iffy call there. You've seen a lot worse than that. Casillas never even went down. Looked like Dawson was trying to get his hands off him at the end.
Makes it 1st and 20 for the Oilers. Moon to Jeffries. First down, Houston. Haywood Jeffries says, come on, let's get into this. And the fans have responded.
Well, he's not used to no crowd noise here in the Dome. But this is just the run and shoot at its finest. 1st and 20. Watch Jeffries push down to about 22, 23 yards, turn around, and the ball's on the way. Larry Brown with tight coverage, but not tight enough. Just enough for the first down. That's outstanding play by Moon and Jeffries.
The first quarter comes to a close with a 24-yard pass play, Moon to Jeffries. But the Dallas special teams controlled the first 15 minutes. The end of one at the Astrodome. The Cowboys 10, the Oilers nothing. Can you give me something for this headache, Doc? Ernest Givens on the sideline. This is the reason.
Yeah, Excedrin headache number 30 right here. And Ernest is checking out for the rest of the afternoon.
His teammates have a first down from their own 38-yard line. Houston trailing by 10 in the first play of the second quarter. And Dallas bringing everybody after Warren Moon, who got it across to Coleman. He breaks free. Ray Horton ran him down, but not before he got to the 36.
Now, you can't blitz Warren Moon. It's just an impossible thing to do. That offensive line is going to give him time to throw, and then you give these little guys like Coleman and Givens and Drew Hill running room in the secondary, and this is a real mismatch. Watch after the catch as he gets away from the strong safety James Washington and adds about another 15 yards to that short pass. Tough to blitz number 1.
1st and 10 for Houston at the Dallas 37. This is their first trip down inside the Dallas 40. And Alan Pinkett on the ground with some room to work. Across the 30 and down for about 9 yards to the 27-yard line. Del Rio made the tackle. Alan Pinkett's kind of their guy that they work on turf, and then Lorenzo White's the guy they can bring in when they're outdoors on real grass.
Well, and you hear Jack Pardee talk about that combination of Pinkett and White. He says both these players are very unselfish and they fit our system extremely well. Well, to fit this system, the number 1 priority is pass protection. And then they want him to be able to run with the ball a little bit. And then they also want him to catch the ball out of the backfield. Well, Pinkett's off to a heck of a start here in the first half running the ball.
If we would have shown you that graphic, you'd probably think Houston had a big lead. It's Dallas 10-0. Warren pump fakes and goes deep sideline. Jeffries, and it's broken up in the end zone. Larry Brown, they've been picking on the rookie all day, but he made a nice play there.
Well, you saw the pump fake by Moon, but number 24 there, Larry Brown, didn't go for it. Good coverage here at the end as he lays out, gets that left hand on the ball. That was a good pass. Would have been 6 for the Oilers.
I know you talked to Larry about this game, and he was having a few nightmares against these wide receivers.
Well, he comes into the league. He's the only 12th rounder that's starting in the National Football League at the most difficult individual position, and that's cornerback.
3rd down and a long one. Pinkett got it to the 24. Boy, it looked like he was going to be stopped, and then he put a great move on, and Ken Norton got him after a pickup of a couple.
Well, what Pinkett gives the Oiler offense is a guy with good vision, and he's so sharp with his cuts that he can be patient, let his offensive linemen get into their blocks, and then pick a hole. Of course, on 3rd and 1, you can afford to have that patience, and that time he had a nice gain.
12:45 to go first half here at the Astrodome, with the Cowboys leading the Oilers 10-0. But Warren Moon and company trying to change that as they work 1st and 10 just inside the Dallas 25. Moon deep middle. Now it's 1st and goal, and it's Drew Hill. Pick up a 15.
Well, again, the Cowboys are going to play deep. We saw them get beat by the man-to-man coverage, but watch as the safeties just come out. Hill will come down and just set down and make this grab. Moon comes out to the right side, tries to move the secondary that way, but look at that huge hole for Hill. And that completion puts the Oilers inside the 10.
Dallas brings in Danny Noonan on the defensive line. Russell Maryland goes out. The Oilers have it 1st and goal at the Dallas 8. Drew Hill in motion. Now sets right there in the slot on the right side as Moon zips it to Coleman. Not quite. Down to the 1-yard line. Just had too many white jerseys draped all over the little guy.
Well, Little is right. He only goes about 175 pounds. Here he is, number 87, in the slot. It's a double out cut by Hill and Coleman, but he just doesn't have enough muscle to get in the end zone, as Ray Horton, not a real big guy himself at 185, bounces him back. But the ball is inside the 1-yard line.
Now the people that like to wrap the run and shoot say this is where it gets tough for the Houston offense, but they're only about a foot away from the Dallas goal line. 2nd and goal. Pinkett, the lone setback. Coleman in motion. Warren Moon trying to do it himself, and he won't get there. Tony Tolbert made first contact.
Well, you called it, Brad. This is not a goal line offense where you have 4 wide receivers in there and just 1 running back, no tight end. You don't have any fullback, and you have to rely on a 34-year-old quarterback on the quarterback sneak. Well, the defense has nothing to think about except 2 guys, Pinkett as a tailback and Moon as a quarterback. Not a whole lot of options for the Oilers offense.
Jack Del Rio, the middle of that Dallas defense. He leads the club in tackles, and he'll come up close. It's 3rd and goal. Oilers trailing 10-0. Let's see if they change it here. From the Dallas 1, Pinkett is in. Touchdown, Houston.
Pinkett gets in, but not by much. Watch the 2nd effort by Alan Pinkett as he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, just stretches forward enough to break the plane. The hands go up. Music begins. And we got a 10-7 game.
Now we got a good old Texas party going in the Astrodome.
Love you blue.
A 12-play drive, and Pinkett capped it from a yard away. And here's a brand new Oiler kicker, Al Del Greco.
Boy, and the crowd will go crazy when this one goes through.
And it goes right through the middle. The Oilers found the sledding a little bit tough down close, but Alan Pinkett had just enough, and the Dallas lead cut to 3. Houston, the Oilers, the greatest. Total yards for the Oilers, and look at that time of possession, but still Dallas leads 10-7.
Well, because of those 2 block punts, but the Oilers had a wonderful drive that time, about 88 yards.
11 plays, 88 yards in over 7 minutes. Back deep for Dallas, Gant and Wright, and Del Greco, as Dan said, got a big ovation for his extra point. It is 10-7 Cowboys. And now you won't hear too many cheers for Del Greco, who knocks it out of bounds, and the Dallas offense will come out at the 35. Troy Aikman coming out for Dallas. Don't forget, next Sunday a doubleheader. The Redskins still unbeaten and right now leading the Falcons. Will be in Pittsburgh. Chicago and Indianapolis will have at it. And the second half of our twin bill, it'll be Dallas and the Giants, Phoenix and San Francisco. And don't forget to join the last word before kickoff. The NFL today, 12:30 Eastern time next Sunday right here on CBS Sports. Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys lead by 3 and work from their own 35. They've got only 21 yards of offense so far. Aikman, a blitz. The right call if Emmitt Smith can find some company. Got out across the 35 to about the 37. So he didn't get much. Lathan. You know, the rap on Lathan last year is that he couldn't pass cover, and this year it's kind of one of his strong suits, Dan.
Well, he's got 3 interceptions for a linebacker. That's outstanding. And he's turned into the turnover man the last couple of weeks. In the last 3 games, he's been in on 6 turnovers. And for a linebacker that plays in a 4-3 over the tight end, as Lathan does, that's really unusual. Usually your guys like Lawrence Taylor in the 34 on the wide open side get all those turnovers.
Pickup of 3 on the screen pass, and it's 2nd and 7 for Aikman. Incomplete behind Johnston, and Al Smith was covering, and now it's 3rd and long, Dallas.
In talking to Al Smith before the game, he said that they have studied the tapes of the Philadelphia-Dallas game, and of course all Cowboy fans know what a disaster that was for Troy Aikman. 11 sacks by the Eagles, but Smith feels that the Oilers, once they get everybody healthy along that front line, guys like Doug Smith and Lee Williams, that they have similar type of talent to rush the quarterback. They're doing a good job so far of rushing Aikman today.
Al Smith out, the nickel package in for the Oilers, a 3-wide receiver group for Dallas. Here comes a blitz from the secondary. Aikman got rid of it and got it out to Urban. First down for the Cowboys in midfield. 12-yard pickup.
Let's take a look at that blitz. The one thing, if you blitz, you better make sure you get to the quarterback. Watch these guys coming. But a nice ball here by the Cowboys gives Aikman just enough time. There's the linebacker Lathan, 57, and a great block by Emmitt Smith. Takes him out, gives Aikman just enough time to pick up the first down.
You know, we've been talking about how Warren Moon can rifle it. Aikman can get it there quickly too, can't he?
Got a couple of big 6-shooters today.
Whoa. From midfield, Dallas leading by 3. And a first down. A little quick opening draw for Emmitt Smith. Flags down. Smith into the secondary. He'll have a first down, but I think we're going to have a holding to bring it back. Dishman and McDowell ran him down. That's the first time Emmitt Smith's really gotten free, but they're going to bring it back. Stan Kemp's our referee. We'll find out the guilty party as they walk it back to the 40-yard line of Dallas.
Holding 63 on the offense. Repeat, first down.
John Giesecke, the right guard, guilty of the holding call.
You know, for the Cowboys to win this game today, you would expect that after getting a couple of blocked punts that they'd have no problem, but this is going to be a fight to the very end. And if Emmitt Smith were to go over 100 yards today, you could almost guarantee a Cowboy win, but Moon has all that firepower on his side.
1st and 20. Dallas from its own 40. Aikman quickly to Harper. And he's got a first down for the Cowboys, a 21-yard pass play. And there's the Cowboys' top draft choice. And he's got all the tools. 6'3", 203.
Well, teams call this the skinny post. Watch it. It's to the outside. It's not all the way across the middle like most post patterns. And then watch number 26. That's Bo Orlando. He's got to read that quick step, 5-step drop by the quarterback and break on this play, but it's so difficult when it's thrown on time as that one was.
Troy Aikman's warming up. 6 out of 9 for 50 yards. He's been impressive this drive. The Cowboys at the Houston 39. Aikman wants more, and he'll go for the deep ball. Incomplete. It was Harper out there, but Dishman did a nice job to stay with him.
You know, one call the referees are letting go a lot more this year than they have in the past. Not so much pass interference, but it's the illegal chuck down the field. The rule says that you can't chuck a man or touch the receiver past 5 yards down the field, but already today we've seen Dishman touch a receiver. Watch on the outside as Harper's going to fake the out and up, And now there's the move. There's the illegal contact. That's a penalty.
Ishman out there to meet Harper at the top of your screen again. But on the ground, the Cowboys go. And boy, did Al Smith just put it on Emmitt Smith.
It's almost as if the officials are more concerned with being correct on the pass interference part of that call. They're forgetting about the first part of it, and that's illegal contact.
Third and long coming up for the Cowboys. They'll bring in an extra wide receiver. They've got it at the Houston 38-yard line with a 10-7 lead with just over 7 minutes to go first half. Tommy Agee checks into the Cowboys backfield. And Kelvin Martin will join the wide receiver crew. That's what Dallas has done on third down so far today. Aikman across the middle, almost picked off by Lamar Lathan. And he would have had another turnover, and he'd like to have it. But he did force Dallas to have to give it up.
Well, he told us yesterday that he'd get 2 turnovers today. Well, now he's going to have to go get 3 because he doesn't get this one. 57 with the deep drop, and he's checking out where is Novacek. Coming from the right side, there's number 84, and I don't think Lamar will ever get an easier catch in his life for an interception.
I don't think Troy Aikman ever saw that number 57. Saxon to punt. High kick. Cowboys might have, and they almost did. They had a great opportunity again to down the punt, but Smagala couldn't quite handle it. Lost it in the lights. It's 10-7 Cowboys. Dan, finally the Cowboys got something going on that last drive offensively, but their special teams have it right in it.
Wow, 2 block punts in the first quarter, 1 for a touchdown, the other one the Cowboys took down and got 3 points, paying off their special teams.
But this guy has the Oilers offense well oiled. And will work from his own 20. Moon out to Jeffries, and he took a big hit from Larry Brown. Jeffries, I think, might be just a little bit short of the first down.
Well, he's not short on confidence. He feels that he should have been in the Pro Bowl last year with the numbers he put up, but the reason he didn't go is because he had a slow start to his season, and he's made sure that he got off to a fast start this year, leading the NFL in receptions. He may have already got his grass skirt ready.
As a #1 pick out of North Carolina State, some question his work habits. In particular, Warren Moon did, and he credits Warren Moon with making him the receiver he is, and he still works hard at it, and it's starting to pay off for him. He got about 9 out of that one. Second and short. He goes right back to Jeffries. He's got the first down out to the 39-yard line. Ken Norton made the tackle.
Well, the Cowboys are going to allow Jeffries and company to catch a lot of these short passes. Watch the backpedal of Brown, 5 yards off Jeffries, and then the tackle, but not the big play.
He's already got 5 for 62 on the day. And another Houston Oiler first down. The Oilers at their own 39-yard line. Drew Hill in motion. Just over 5 minutes to go in the half as Pinkett goes up the middle. And Pinkett got it to the 42-yard line, picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Danny Noonan in on the stop along with Jim Jeffcoat. Jack Pardee, he has been a winner and a coach of the year in about every league you can imagine, and he's got quite a football team here. 7-2 coming in.
And in asking him if this is really his ball club now, just in his 2nd year, he said the one thing that he wanted to overcome from his predecessor was the type of play where they were up and awesome one week and then down and terrible the next week. He wanted to eliminate those peaks and valleys, and with a 7-2 record, I think he's done a pretty good job of doing that.
And he has. 2nd and 7. Moon over the middle, wide open is Pinkett, and Pinkett will get another first down. Had to get to the 49, and he got right to the midfield stripe. Jack Del Rio was draped all over him, but Pinkett pulled it out for a first down.
Well, at some time, the Cowboys have got to put pressure on Moon. They haven't knocked him down yet today. And one of the amazing stats about the Cowboys and their linebackers is that none of their starting linebackers have a sack, or do they have an interception. And with Vincent Smith out of the lineup, they not only have those stats working against them, they have very little depth.
defensive coordinator Dave Wanstead right there in the middle of your screen, and he would love to see some pressure. The Cowboys second only to the Bengals as far as not getting sacks. They only had 10 coming in. Nice play fake by Moon, and he goes across the middle to Coleman, and Coleman breaks free down to the 25. Larry Brown holding on for dear life, but Coleman's got a 25-yard pickup.
You know, it's almost as if you just put no number on these guys at all. They're all the same type size, and they have the same type of ability, but the fake really is the key on this play, Brad. As you mentioned, there's the fake to Pinkett. Look at all the time and space that Moon has to throw the ball. And speaking of space, Coleman found a lot of it, and a heck of a shoestring tackle by Larry Brown, or Coleman's in the end zone.
First-year pro out of Ole Miss, and he's having a big day. Coleman. First down for the Oilers at the 25. Warren Moon once more. Got some pressure that time, and then tried to go to Coleman again. Incomplete. Tony Casillas flushed Warren Moon out of the Oiler pocket. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stop, 2:45 to go in the half. Redskins have added to their lead.
How can you follow the Oilers on the road and at home?
How about Cleveland and Philadelphia? Ooh.
Publication devoted solely to Houston Oilers football.
Bengals trying to win their 2nd in a row. 96-22. Here it's 10-7. The Dallas Cowboys with a lead thanks to their special teams that have blocked 2 Oiler punts. Casillas and company digs in on the Dallas defensive line. 2nd and 10 for the Oilers. And Pinkett met right at the line by Del Rio. He got a couple, that's all. It'll be 3rd and long.
But this is another nice long time consuming drive, and if you look at the Cowboy defenders on the field, you see a lot of guys with their hands on their hips. Remember, Moon went 11 plays, 88 yards the last time they had the ball, and now they're in the midst of another long 80-yard drive.
Cowboys had 10 points in the first quarter. The Oilers have 7 in this quarter. They've outscored their opposition, in fact, in every quarter except overtime, which was the loss last week against the Redskins. Final play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 8, Oilers. In fact, they don't quite get the play off. And a penalty marker down. I think there's still 4 seconds left on the. I'm going to pick this one up, I'm sure.
There is no infraction on the play. 2-minute warning.
All right, we've worked our way to the 2-minute warning at the Astrodome. Jack Party's Oilers trailing the Cowboys by 3.
And the ironic thing is that Givens complained last week about only catching 2 passes, and yet his replacement now has caught 4, and so that tells me that it's not so much the players, it's the system and where those players are aligned. Coleman came into the game with just 3 receptions on the year.
There's a look at this drive, and now it's 3rd and 8. And flags down.
They got Dawson. He's staying down in his stance, but I think they got him with a little flinch there. Illegal start.
Remember, Dawson starting in place of the normal guard, John Flannery.
Start, number 66 on the offense. Prior to the snap, it's still 3rd down.
2nd penalty of the day against Dawson.
Yeah, but that really changes the complexion of the offensive play that Moon will run now. Instead of 3rd and 8, he's forced with, 3rd and 13. His receivers are going to have to push a little bit deeper on their routes.
Warren Moon, 14 of 21, 162 yards. And he's averaging over 8 yards per pass. 7 defensive backs in for the Cowboys, with Bates playing the middle linebacker spot. Here comes some Dallas pressure. Moon will go down. And no flags.
They're going to call it a sack.
That they are.
Tony Tolbert.
Tony Casillas shaken up. He was part of that group back there to meet Warren Moon. Holding his right elbow.
Boy, and you can see the tape already on that right elbow, so obviously he had some problems with it coming into today's game.
That's their first
selection is taken away. Now the pressure, it's Casillas and Tolbert on the sack. Well, and only moments ago they had a 3rd and 8 situation. They get the 5-yard penalty, brings up 3rd and 13. Now a 7-yard sack. 4th and 20, and Del Greco will have to try his first field goal as an Oiler from 52 yards away.
And if he hits this, he can run for mayor. Montgomery to hold. Del Greco from long range to try to tie it up. Kick has a chance, and he got it.
There are a lot of his constituents there ready to vote for him.
Al Del Greco with 1:49 to go in the half ties it up with this one.
Like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, always in.
Packers NFL Today halftime report. Greg and Terry will have all the scores, highlights, and the latest information from around the league. One of the highlights of this game a moment ago, the Houston Oilers. Al Del Greco with a career-long 52-yard field goal, and we're tied at 10.
And one of the reasons Pardee settled on Del Greco is because of his accuracy from over 50 yards. Coming into today, he was 6 of 16, and when you're over 30% from that distance, that's outstanding.
Wright and playing that switch-off game back there for Dallas, and Wright will have a chance from the 4. Flags down as he got across the 30 to the 31. But I think we've got an illegal block. Ball is loose as well. Tommy Agee, I think, is going to be the guy that got the illegal block. And instead of being out across the 30, the Cowboys will be starting inside their own 15. Stan Kemp, our referee today, and they will walk it off against Dallas.
Illegal block, number 34 on the return, half the distance, first down.
And there's Tommy Agee.
Let's take a look at the kick again. And 52 yards away, almost 53. Isaac Holt gets real close on a beautiful layout there. He almost got his second block of the day.
Del Greco kind of steering it in. And now the Cowboys inside their own 10-yard line. Draw play. Smith broke a tackle. Across the 20, and Emmitt Smith's got a Dallas first down. Out to the 24.
Cowboys are working with just 2 timeouts, though. And that's a heck of a start. Backed up against your own goal line, and Emmitt gets a nice gain on the draw play.
He wants to come out because he's got a shoulder pad problem, but he's not going to have time. He picked up 14. You see the clock remaining in the first half. Aikman with some pressure to Smith over the middle. And he stiff arms a man and has another Dallas first down, I think, or very close to it. Lamar Lathan made the tackle. 3rd catch of the day for Emmitt Smith, and he came in leading all NFL running backs in receptions. He's up to 38 on the season now. He did get a first down. Flags down. Aikman down. And the ball is down as well. Incomplete pass, but a penalty marker on the play. Did Dallas move offensively?
No, I think they're going to get the Oilers for offsides here.
Motion against Dallas. So it'll be 1st and 15 coming up. Clock stop. 48 seconds left. And the Cowboys and the Oilers are tied at 10. Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys jumped out to the 10-point lead, and the Oilers now in the second quarter have answered with 10 of their own.
The ironic thing is here we build this game as an offensive battle. We've had plenty of offense, but all our scoring has been the result of special teams, except for the Houston drive that went 88 yards.
And the discussion continues. We're going to get a call here finally.
Illegal motion, number 88 on the offense, 5 yards, still first down.
Michael Irvin, the wide receiver for Dallas, is the man that was in motion.
Well, We'll take a look at it. Here's Irvin, and let's check him out before the ball is snapped.
Yep.
Boy, that's real close to both guys being offsides. Alm jumped a little bit, but he jumped straight up in the air. Didn't get into the neutral zone.
1st and 15. Aikman over the middle to Irvin, and Irvin on the run and heading to the sideline. First down, Dallas at the 49. 19-yard pickup, and Irvin wisely got what he could and then stopped the clock with 42 seconds to go in the half.
Irvin's having a heck of a year. In discussing what he anticipated today with him yesterday, he says, well, if we get 50 offensive plays, 20 of them will go to Emmitt Smith. Now 7 of them will go to Jay Novacek, and maybe they'll throw Alvin Harper 2 or 3 passes. The rest are mine. That's an optimistic outlook.
That's for sure. At the 49, Dallas with a first down. Aikman in trouble, got rid of it, and incomplete. Penalty markers down in the secondary.
And this is a long way away from where the ball was thrown to Irvin.
Gotta wonder if it's a Oiler holding in the secondary.
I think you got it exactly right.
It is. Holding on Houston. And it happened on the far side of the field. Maybe Dishman or McDowell, will find out in a second.
Holding, number 29 on the defense, 5 yards, automatic first down.
Darrell Lewis, the nickelback, number 29.
Boy, and you have to give some credit to that Cowboy offensive line and how much better they are with Mark Tuinei in the game. No sacks so far in this first half. Last week against the Cardinals, the Cowboys gave up 4 in the first half.
Cowboys have 2 timeouts left and a first down at the Oiler 46. Troy Aikman to the sideline, complete, but he's still in bounds, Michael Irvin, and he's going to call the timeout at the 31-yard line. 27 seconds left in the half. Dallas trying to pick up some points before halftime. Tied at 10 with 27 seconds left, and Ken Willis, who's a good long ball kicker, thinking about a field goal attempt before halftime.
Well, earlier this year he got his career long against Cleveland of 54 yards. Now that's in Cleveland, where they let the grass grow up to your knees. Perfect kicking conditions for a kicker in any dome. And Willis is already within the 50-yard range.
He is. 2 for 7 career, 2 for 3 this season. Already within his range, but the Cowboys have some time left to work. And Aikman goes to work to Emmitt Smith. And Smith all the way to the 20-yard line. And another Dallas first down. Clock, you see, down to 15. Cowboys better do something here.
Cowboys want to save their last timeout for that field goal, so they'll run this one all the way down and bring Willis on for a chip shot.
Wouldn't you have wanted one more play there?
Well, when you only have 1 timeout left, you've got to make sure that you use that to score some points. I would have liked to have seen Aikman use one of those 2 timeouts earlier in the drive.
I thought maybe they could have hustled up to the line a little better and just grounded it to stop things.
Well, remember, they started this drive backed up all the way to their 10-yard line. They're thinking this is a real bonus here to get 3 points out of this situation. The Oilers had plans on maybe a turnover, giving their offense a chance to score some more points, but this is a great way to answer that long field goal of Del Greco's by the Cowboys. Now Willis will come on, and this will be from about 37, 38 yards.
And he's perfect inside 40 this year, 8 for 8. Troy Aikman, by the way, on that last drive, 4 for 4 for 46 yards. And Novacek will hold it for Willis. It'll be a 37-yard field goal attempt by the Cowboys. And again, Willis hasn't missed from this range this season. Try to break our 10-10 deadlock. And he does. And we've still got a couple of ticks left before halftime. But Willis, 37-yard field goal, has put the Cowboys back out in front. 13-10 Dallas. Pinkett and Coleman back deep. I don't think they expect to see it.
Again, Again, the Cowboys have been successful in controlling the crowd today. They had a couple of chances to sing their song and wave their pom-poms.
And Willis drills it on the ground. And it goes out of bounds.
Well, the clock does not start until the receiving team touches the ball.
And they didn't, so flag down, and the Oilers have one shot from the 35.
Boy, that's really amazing. Here he kicks the ball perfect along the ground. It bounces over some guy's head.
The kicking team.
And yet the clock does not move.
It will be placed on the 35-yard line. First down.
So Warren Moon and company will have one shot.
And if there's a quarterback that can throw it all the way down to the goal line, it is number one.
And just ask the Atlanta Falcons about it. That's how they won a week ago, on one prayer answered at the end of their game. And the Oilers 65 yards away from the Dallas end zone. Final play, first half. And the Oilers keep it on the ground. And Alan Pinkett will pad his statistics a little bit as he got it out to the 44. And the Cowboys and the Oilers have played quite a battle through 2 quarters. Dallas took the early lead, and they'll take the halftime lead as well. The Cowboys by 3.